Okay, you beautiful people. Happy Monday, big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, all right. Go ahead. Let's get it out. Let's get it out for all you people in the South that's feeling this cold, wintry blast, maybe without power or Wi-Fi. Hey, we're learning. We're learning. Our Canadian friends and family and people in Minnesota like John Frick is going, come on, you lightweight people. Ken Stringer, they're chuckling at us right now, buddy. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys are off to a start for your Monday. And I love this word, actually, two words today. So Ken Stringer was like, Ken Stringer was like consistent and persistent. That's my word for the year. And I love it because my goodness, whether it's our health, whether it's our finances, whether it's our relationships, business, consistent and persistent, ladies and gentlemen, that is the key that stops most people. So, man, I don't want to be most people, right? So here's the deal. I struggle with it too in different areas of my life. So let's look at it. So when you look at the word consistent, it means showing up regularly, steadily, dependable, doing the thing even when motivation is low. Persistent means you're continuing on despite obstacles, staying in it when it's inconvenient, uncomfortable, slower than you had hoped. I talk with people all the time about a 90-day movement. And about 3 weeks into the 90-day movement, they're frustrated. And I'm like, I said 90 days, not 3 weeks, right? And so here's the thing, consistent and persistent is so together, right? They're powerful. I love the fact that Ken Stringer said, let's put these words together for my word of the year. And to me, consistency builds trust. How many of you know someone in your life that's consistent? You're like, man, they're so stinking consistent. But they're also probably a person you trust in that area, right? And people struggle. They can be consistent over here and not consistent over here. Consistent in the business, not consistent in their health. It's tough to get them all lined up, okay? But persistence builds resilience. And here's where I went this morning because I wanted to go back and I'm like, I want to give an example for our business. A lot of you are involved with networking. So I want you to think about what I'm about to say. And this is where I went this morning. This is where I made some notes. Consistency is showing up every day. It's sending, here's some nuggets right here. It's sending 5 reach outs. It's posting one valuable based piece of content and following up with your list, even when nobody responds. Here's what persistence is in the game of networking. Continuing to do those same actions I just mentioned after the first no, after the 10th follow up, or a slow month without changing your belief, your energy, or your integrity. How many of us put a 1 in the comment where you can reach out, you can follow up, you can, but if it's not going your way in a week, 2 weeks, maybe don't put a 1 in the comments. You get frustrated. I want to share something with you from someone that's in my business from years ago. And let's just say Sarah messaged 5 people a day for 90 days. The first 30 days, nothing happened. Most people said, not right now, not interested. But she didn't quit. She didn't complain or chase. She didn't chase the people. She stayed professional. She continued to add value. And on day 61, one conversation turned into a leader, a person of influence who brought 10 people to the table and started a breakthrough in her business. Today, she still exists. She still grows. She still flourishes. That one breakthrough came not literally from talent. It came from being consistent in action and staying persistent in belief. And that's the challenge for most people. Okay. If it doesn't work in 3 weeks, or they're not having the success, they're not seeing their paycheck spike after 2 months, they change their game. I challenge all of us to stay consistent and persistent. I'm using networking, but it could be our health. It could be our finances. Like, we got to stay in it longer than just a month, 2 months. And we got to track it, and we got to keep the belief, because that truly is walking a life of consistency and persistency. Here's my last thing. I'm going to turn it to Andrea. Most breakthroughs, it doesn't come from big dramatic moments. They come from the small repeated actions done over time. It's the one phone call conversation today that you don't know what it's going to do, but a year down the road, you're like, man, that one phone call conversation changed my life. It's not because you knew it was going to. It's because you took action around something small, and over time, something magnificent happened. Andrea, I'll turn it to you.
Well, great lesson this morning, Coach, and great words, Ken. I gotta say, I like the combo. So super, super powerful one. So the quote that I found was from Robert Collier, and it says, "Success is the result of small efforts repeated day in and day out." And I'll tell you, there's nothing more boring than that, right? Like, oh, every single day I'm going to go for a walk. Every single day, I'm going to make sure that, I eat the appropriate foods. Every single day, I'm going to make sure that I follow up with whatever it may be. It might not be like the most exciting thing, but I'm going to say that it creates the most exciting results, right? When we're just consistent and persistent. So what does that look like? That looks like doing the basics, even when no one else is clapping, right? That internal motivation versus external motivation, if anybody can relate to that. Sometimes, well, I'm going to say sometimes we all really love when somebody gives us that attagirl, like, good job, Andrea. But what we really, in order to be consistent and persistent, we've got to give that to ourselves. It's got to be internal, where I say, okay, good job, girlie. You're drinking your water today. Because guess what? Nobody else is going to notice. It also looks like posting, reaching out, moving my body, all of those things that I know that I need to do just every single day. It's staying committed even when my results are delayed. And just like Coach just said, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, all the way to day 60. I think I can't speak for you. I can tell you, for me, I've absolutely been there where I'm like, I am working and working and working, and I'm not seeing any fruit of my labor, right? Maybe it's in the gym, and I'm like, there are no muscles in this body. I'm lifting everything I can, but I sure can't tell, right? Nobody else can tell, but you just keep doing it. And guess what? The results will come as long as we don't give up and we're patient. I've got to sometimes realize that I've got to let progress be boring. Because you know what? Boring absolutely works. So just realize I'm doing the things that aren't super exciting, aren't super maybe attractive to somebody else, but I know they are the steps that are going to allow me to get where I want. And I've got to trust that momentum loves repetition. And so what does that mean? One more phone call, right? One more follow-up, one more event, one more thing. That repetition is going to allow me to get where I go. And it's that consistency that builds the foundation of what we're looking for, right? We all want to have a really strong foundation. And the way that we get that is through this consistency. And then persistence gets us through that messy middle. right? What do I mean by that? Kind of where we can get, I'm picturing icy roads yesterday, like where you can get a little bit bogged down, where you're like, I'm not really sure I'm getting where I want to go. It sure doesn't look good right now. I'm not seeing the results. I'm not seeing what I want, but I'm just going to keep being persistent so I can keep on going and get to the other side. And the magic happens when we put those together, because that consistency where I just keep doing, I do the same thing every single day, whatever that may be. And then I'm persistent. I keep going even when I really can't see that light at the end of the tunnel just yet. Together, that is going to create the absolute extraordinary results. And I'm going to say with this, sometimes we think that we need to mix everything up. And you know what? Sometimes we probably do, right? But when we've got a good system, and we've already got a good plan, well, we don't need a new one. And I actually don't need more motivation. What I do need is to keep showing up with the plan that's already in place, with the actions that I know I need to be doing. And I need to keep showing up consistently and persistently, and then let time do its thing to go get me where I want to go. So that's what I had this morning. Hopefully, Ken, this helps you with your words of the year. Love that you made your own rules and you gave us two. I appreciate those rule breakers out there. But I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful Monday and look forward to seeing you guys back here tomorrow or over on the IPA after.
Awesome, guys. Love you so much. Yeah, we got a big IPA in just a little bit, and have a great Monday out there. We'll see you guys.
Great job.
Love you guys. Have a
Great
wonderful
day.
day.
Love the
Monday.
words.
Stay
Karen.
safe.
Thank
Have a great day.
you.
Great day.
Thank you
Thank
so
you guys.
much.
Be
Guys.
feel
Stay
good.
warm,
Everyone,
everybody.
have a nice
Love
day.
you
Thank
all.
you.
God
Y'all have a good
bless.
day.
You too.
Have an awesome
Bye.
Monday. And thank for our
Happy
community.
Monday.
Thank you.
Thankful for
Good
you.